So basically, if you're new here, hi, my name is Crosswell. So basically, I got my fashion design degree from Washington State University in 2021, and my eyesight was on becoming a fashion designer, but I didn't really have a plan in mind on who I was going to be designing for, or who my target consumer would be, or even how it was going to be produced in the first place. And I feel like with a fashion school, or not really a fashion school because Wazoo isn't a fashion school, but if they have a fashion program, I mean, they should take into considerations if the students want to make their own clothing brand, have it in the curriculum on doing that, rather than just having it just being very vague or just like the general education. Actually make a course that actually talks about how to design a collection for a target consumer. Give a project, a real world experience. Do like internships that the school can partner with that can actually help the students get like the real world experience rather than just doing just makeup projects because the products they don't account to anything. If it's not real world experience, it doesn't add to anything. Of course, you get experience from it, but you don't get like the actual real world experience, especially when you enter the job market. I feel like that's my angle where I'm coming at because like I feel like if I would have gone to a school like an actual fashion school like FIT or FI FIDM, I mean, of course, education would be different. But since I'm in Washington and I'm in Seattle, basically the school was like out in the middle of nowhere. But I mean, like if there's really thought into consideration of like the fashion program, especially for fashion students, they should take more of an initiative to make it more of a better curriculum and a better program in order to feel more engaged rather than just taking classes. Because like I feel like I'm treating Hugo Boss as my university. So basically, I am doing university topics, just refreshers on like alterations, like marking and everything like that. Because like I know how to do that. It's just like I just needed a refresher on how to do it. And I feel like I'm treating it as like my actual like enviro, so like my environment. So basically, I'm learning as I'm working there, as I'm like actually like learning. So basically, I'm learning other things other than just like the nonchalant of just like ringing up customers, greeting customers. Like I'm actually taking into consideration like visual merchandising and everything like that because like since I wanted to be a visual merchandiser in the first place, it was just like first it was fashion design, but then like I didn't realize that visual merchandiser was like that's another avenue that I can go into, and I just so happened to be in that avenue. But I feel like it's not rocket science on how to do visual merchandising because you're just following like the retail back office like guidelines on what to do and just replicating that in the store. And I said that before, but it's just like I'm very capable of doing that, and I have a creative mind, so like I am very well capable of doing that. And I had applied to other jobs in that regard, and it's just like it's not rocket science on how to dress a mannequin. If you get the overall vibe of the brand itself, it's not that hard. But anyways, at Wazoo, I feel like the program was so. I'm not even gonna talk bad about the school because I completed it, but like COVID had just like literally just swooped up and just like threw plans away of what I was gonna do, and that's why I say I don't ever plan anything because things never go the way that you plan, and things will align itself when the time is right, and like I feel like the time is right now, especially with what I'm doing right now. It's like I feel more free and confident of what I'm doing, even though I'm not doing fashion design, but I'm still using fashion and other programs that I've used like music, and then even taking like a UX UI course. So basically, I feel like so if you listen to me talk, I feel like I'm talking computer. The way that I'm actually like formulating my words, it's coming off talking as like a robot, but it's just like in a way that's like this is how like I talk and this is how like my brain operates and computes. So basically the way sorry if I'm talking and I'm talking too fast or if I'm stumbling over my words because like my mouth is moving faster than what my brain is like. Actually, no, I'm saying that backwards. My brain is moving fast, but my mouth is trying to catch up to what I'm saying. So that's why like I stumble over my words. Okay, anyways. So I feel like let's see, what else? So yeah, with fashion, with fashion, I feel like there could be so much of a change if people can take into consideration of like the future of what you're going to do in your career rather than thinking about the now. Because like if you think of the now, just enjoying partying, the college life, actually take into consideration what you're going to do afterwards because people are accruing so much debt. And it's just like, how is the school helping in that regard? Like, I really don't understand. I really don't understand. But it's just like, I feel like I'm ranting. Sorry if I'm coming up, a little hot. I'm gonna cool it down with some water. But I feel like that's just like a talking point that I want to make because like I'm just like questioning like school in general, especially how much like that you could accrue if you're like 4 year program if the year is like 50,000. Bro, like what if you don't have a plan B, what do you do? So basically that's why I'm trying to think fast and think in a quick dimensional time frame of how I'm speed running because I'm thinking 2 times faster on what like this current reality is to how I can be better in the next reality, in the next era of what I'm talking about. And when I'm saying era, I wrote new era right here because I guess to remind myself of like, entering a new era. So it's just like I want to be prepared. And sorry that I'm talking really fast. I mean, like I just feel like I'm just very passionate and like very expressive of like how I'm able to stuttering, communicate my words. But it's just like this is just something that I just want you to just express in the video rather than just on the text because the text doesn't like actually like communicate the way that you want it to. So I'd rather say it myself so that, you guys understand like my brain chemistry and like how I think. But I don't know. School itself, could it be general? You see how my brain is literally school in general could be better. But I feel like if schools take in consideration of like the student's future, then it would be much different. But I want to conclude this video with saying that, if you feel unheard, if you don't feel like you have a voice, I want you to do something different. Like if you are, just one little simple thing. Like if you what's your favorite color? If your favorite color is pink, then probably switch it up and do orange. See how you feel about that because that's change. So that's doing something different than your normal thing. So if you're able to do something different and step outside of what's your usual normal to do something that's like normal, that's different for you, then that really matters in the grand scheme of things because you're taking change and taking an initiative to just change at least one thing one day at a time. But yeah, with that being said, Line Boy out. Wow.